Hey there everyone, welcome to a new video. My name is Harmon. Today's video is all about the McFarland family who were all brutally murdered by the estranged husband named Larry. So the family consisted of mother Sonia, who was 44, the three children, Michael, who was 14, Kenneth, who was 10, and Nina, who was 9. All of the family are buried here in the Davis Cemetery, which is located in Davis, California. And honestly, we're not that far away from where their house or mansion used to be. So in this video, I'm going to show you their graves, of course, and then show you where they were all killed at. So the McFarlands bought a giant mansion, what used to be called the Childs Mansion, here in town, and they bought it in the early 1960s. Larry McFarland, he was an anatomy professor at the University of California, Davis. On April 7th, 1972, Larry and Sonia had just announced their separation. Larry had actually moved out into his own apartment only a few blocks away from the mansion. During the day, he went fishing with the boys. During the evening, Sonia put the two youngest boys to bed and took their oldest son, Michael, again, who was 14, to some sort of event at his school. He went there around 9 or 10 p.m. and they ended up getting back to the house pretty late, around 11 p.m. Around 11:50 p.m. is when neighbors ended up seeing a giant fireball, flames shooting out of the McFarland Mansion. Of course, police and firefighters arrived and they discovered the charred remains of course, Sonia, Michael, Kenneth, Nina, and of course, Larry McFarland, the father. They described Larry's body as charred, but also some gunshot wounds. A couple other of the children had some gunshot wounds as well. And so they pieced it together and they found a will or a testimony like written on a piece of paper inside Larry's car parked nearby. And it states that once they separated earlier that day, he knew that he could not live without his wife Sonia or his children, and that he wanted all of them to go together and be in heaven together. Unfortunately, 4 people lost their lives, all because the husband Larry could not seem to let go. I just found the family's graves here. They were cremated, but they still have like a little plot with their names and stuff on it. The testimony, I guess, from like Sonia's family, they made sure that Larry was not buried with the family. And so Larry is actually buried on a complete end of the cemetery here. And so I will just be showing you Sonia and the children's final resting place. All right, guys, I'm gonna head to the house where it all happened at. Again, the house is no longer there, as keep in mind, after killing Sonia and the kids, Larry did set the house on fire, so it was completely engulfed in flames. And they found Larry's body basically on top of Sonia and the kids' bodies. They were found basically lying face up. I feel like anytime a case like this where an estranged father or divorced father ends up, murdering his family, it just is infuriating because, many people would love to have a family, love to have kids one day, me included. And for someone just to snuff them all out, all because they can't handle, not being with them anymore. I mean, Larry could have, divorced Sonia and then still got, partial custody of the kids. But he chose to take the dumb, easy way out by killing everyone. And I just hate whenever that happens. Anyway, let's head on to where the house used to be. Again, it's about 3 to 5 minute drive away from the cemetery. So I just read some more of the article. Michael, the oldest, he actually attended his first dance. So that is where he went to basically the night of the murders took place. I mean, can you imagine, like, this young 14-year-old kid, so excited. He finally is going to go to his first, like, dance, you know, hang out with his friends and go to this his first dance. And then, 3 hours later, unfortunately, is killed. That to me just is so sad. It's like something so joyful and fun and amazing, only a few hours later, all of it just to end like that. All right, guys, so what you're seeing in front of you, this big empty piece of land, this is where the McFarland house or mansion used to be. This is 2411 East 8th Street. Their house was about 5 acres and 15 bedrooms as far as I could tell. So it was a pretty big house or mansion. And again, I'm not very good with like seeing how big acreage is. And I don't know how far back off the road it was, but basically where I'm standing, this was where the house used to be. It is interesting though that after, seemingly basically 50 years, no one has built anything on top of it. It's just a big empty piece of land for 50 years. Yeah, again, not much to see, guys, but I just wanted to show you where the house was and of course where where they all died at, or I guess I should say where they were all murdered at. As always, guys, my name is Harmon. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. See you soon.